my favourite Noel Edmonds thing.
Just laughing at the disabled child.
Laughing at the disabled
So,
child.
yeah, by accident.
By accident,
they were disabled.
didn't mean to.
And he tried to style it out.
What are you laughing at?
No, I'm not laughing at the picture of you. It's the little one in the middle.
That's Christopher. That's my little brother. He's actually handicapped.
Gorgeous
and
face.
He was lovely.
What
He's
a
absolutely
wonderful
gorgeous.
expression.
And by the way, that went out. That's pre-recorded, that show.
Say again.
That's pre-recorded, that deal. No, they do about 6 episodes a day, pre-rec. And
Yeah.
that's gone out.
Yeah.
That's still gone out.
So a woman shows Noel Edmonds for some reason. I don't know why this was part of Deal or No Deal, but Noel trying to bring these sort of
Because he tries to get to know
life.
the contestants, doesn't he?
Yeah,
That's what he does.
So this woman's brought in a picture of her and her brothers, I think, and it's just a baby photo, and Noel starts laughing and pointing at one of the kids in the picture. Oh, look at this guy! He's a funny little fella. And she went, "Oh, that's my brother or whatever. He's actually disabled or handicapped, I think she said." And Noel could not tuck his testicles back into his body quick enough, and he starts to try and style it out in the most embarrassing way possible. He's like, "Oh, a lovely face, such an expression face, beautiful, beautiful
What would you have
smile."
done? What would you have done?
I'll start a double doon. Double doon.
Goodness me, buy yourself a bit of time.
Yeah, goodness me. Buy some down. I'd knock one of the boxes on the floor to distract. He styled it out, so then the editors thought, look, he styled it out, he met us halfway, I'm going to keep it in. I remember I had somebody that I used to know used to do children's television, and if he ever messed up, he'd just shout the F word. You can't use that cut.
Oh, right, nice.
Yeah,
That's a good
nice.
idea. So I'll tell you what should have happened. He should have said, I'm terribly sorry, I had no idea. That's inappropriate. I hope I didn't cause any offence. Everyone, we'll pick up here and we'll do that again.
Yeah.
And no one would have known anything on this mistake, but he can't because he's arrogant. It also happened in a slightly different way to Chris Tarrant on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Right.
And that made the edit as well, which
Okay.
is surprising because that's also pre-recorded, of
What
course.
did he do?
So someone used to phone a friend.
Right.
And I think the way they might do the phone of friends, and I'm lifting the curtain on TV here for some people I know, I reckon they might drop it in after. So I think on certain parts of it, because he says, we've got John here and he's on £64,000 and he wants to ask it, and the next voice you'll hear will be John's, and he's going to get 30 seconds to try and help you ask this question. But before, and that's kind of feels like it's a standalone cut.
Yeah.
Before that, they have all the kind of phone ringing thing, and it's obviously dropped in post. Because there's no way he's going to go, oh, I want to call Dave, and every single time, if you watch back on the show, they always answer after like 3 rings. They know who it is.
Yeah.
So it's always already pre-recced, right? So I think Chris Tarrant then lays his bits over the top for the show. Do you understand what I mean?
I just think they take 5 and do it. They take 5
Anyway,
and do it.
okay,
and producers
okay.
will have phoned up the person beforehand, won't they?
Right. So anyway, what Chris does is he says, what he always says, "Hello, Dave. I've got John here. How you doing? Good. John, Dave, let's hear a bit about you. What do you do?" And they'll say, "I'm an accountant," and Chris will go, "That's fantastic. Great stuff." Anyway, what actually happened on that one was he went, "I've got Dave here. Dave, I've got John here. Dave, tell us a bit about yourself. What do you do for a living?" And he goes, "I'm disabled."
Right.
And Chris goes, "That's absolutely fantastic." John, and the next voice we hear will be John's, and no one really says anything. And it's become a bit of a viral thing since then. So maybe it's just these types, man. They just get into autopilot. They don't really know what they're doing.